What's good with you folks? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about it's the tagline I use. It's to say enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired of the trauma I'm going through. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yes. I'm back at it with another episode. I Need a Mic podcast episode. So today's episode is going to be an interesting one, and I also have other announcements, or just some things that I'm interested in letting you know what's up. All right, so before we get started with today's episode, content warning. If there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you have shared any episode with, I would like to apologize. I'd like to also remind you I'm not condoning what I said about my podcast. I'm real, I'm authentic, and I'm a warrior. I'm no longer censored, I'm no longer limited, I'm no longer silent. Mental health will censor you, mental illness will limit you, and mental emotions will silence you. Man. So, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's out there staying safe. Weather got us all type of messed up, right? But I do hope everybody's out there staying safe. It's too much going on in the world, right? Very too much going on in the world. But um, I would like to first and foremost, before I get started with today's episode, say a huge thank you to everyone who have listened to my last I Need a Mic podcast interview. Um, you know, uh at the dinner table. That was a really good experience, a wonderful experience. That was very, oh my gosh. That put a big smile on my face. If you have followed me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, then you would definitely know, or most likely on Instagram and just on Facebook, then you will see that I have a big smile on my face. But that was a really good interview. That was a really good interview, and I have other interviews I am planning out to do. I have a question to ask y'all. Have some of y'all been going through some type of like a spiritual energy, like dread or something, or I don't know. I just feel like my energy is just off. But I just want to know if I'm just the only one dealing with it. But the reason why I ask is because like it's like my mind is busy, but my body is not matching with what my mind want to do. And so I'm just like, let me, I would assume get some rest, and let my body rest up, and just prepare for whatever it is that is getting ready to happen. It's like it's a strange feeling. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be getting off my ass pretty soon. Nah, all jokes aside, of course. But no, I do feel like something is like, how you sometimes feel like something's just in the air. Like, why am I not, why the energy's not there no more? Like, at first I was energetic and I was happy and I was exciting. And now it's like it's taking me a little bit longer to hit the basketball court. But normally I would be, once I'm up in the morning, I'm up. So it's like I should be up and going. So I will eventually work on it physically. Work on it. So it's funny that your physical health is still very much a visitor who creeps in and be like, "Hey, do you remember me?" Yeah. Okay, then how come you haven't talked to me? I don't know. I would like to go to the basketball court. Okay, but how come you haven't? It's funny that your physical health. So yeah, your physical health always. But no, that's besides the point of the episode. I just wanted to be a little funny. Before I get started with today's episode. Today in general, this is an announcement. Today in general is Grief Awareness Day. Grief Awareness Day. Oh man, it's interesting that I remember last year around this time, I was like writing some deep poetry. And at the same time last year, I felt like my energy was just off, you know. Um, it's nothing emotional. It's really nothing emotional. It's just physical. So I looked up when it's Grief Awareness Day because I was gonna if you have listened to my last, like I said, podcast interview, you know I had highlighted in the interview that at the end of August, which is today, Grief Awareness Day, and of course, any tips that would be helpful for people who are still very much struggling with grief, are still haven't made their peace with grief, are still allowing grief to be their company. Um, Me and Miss E both, said it's okay to go through it. It's okay not to be okay today. It's okay to go through the emotions that, hey, you could have a day to do it. You could have a day to do it, so let it out. You know, grief don't have an expiration date as from what I have been through and for what I have learned. But day by day it has become a lot easier for me to manage it. And that's the whole purpose of me going through the healing journey is um doing the impossible so I can be one of the first to say, hey, I know it is possible. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It was very hard. Very hard. A few close calls, but it was very hard, but it was possible. It's possible. And especially when your faith is high. And I had to get the faith back in myself. And I had to get the faith back in myself. And when you work on yourself more and more, when you work on deep forgiveness, just for yourself, whether it's internal, external, it's like I forgive myself for how I look. Okay. On the outside. I forgive myself for how I'm feeling on the inside. Okay. When you just do that type of work, it's like, okay, it's worth it. It's possible. It was meant. Just knowing the feeling that it's a big shake off. Like, whoa. I don't know why the hell I was okay not shaking this off, not shaking this feeling off. But it's okay to shake it off. And I just learned that by going through, once again, my own healing journey. So it's okay not to be okay today. It's okay to cry. I don't want to say crash out, but it's okay to go to someone and say, hey, I need a hug. And I need a big, long hug. And so sometimes that comes with also some things that you could say. Like you can call someone and tell them you appreciate them. You could text them and tell someone that you appreciate them. You can tell someone in front of their face that you appreciate them. That is a form of a hug. That is a form of gratitude. And it's coming from the heart. It's coming from the heart. I had did that. Show some gratitude towards someone who is important to me and my circle. And it's like if I don't tell you today, I'm not for sure when I will be able to tell you. Let me tell you, regardless of how many times I do or don't tell you. And I want to. I want to let someone know face to face. Hey, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, I do that when I do the art walk and people come through and they, have a conversation with me or write how's their heart feeling. You know, I always say thank you so much. I appreciate you because you don't know somebody is used to hearing it or not used to someone saying it to them. I'm starting to get back in a groove of being used to saying it. I can only hope. I can only hope. Me saying it to someone, a random person, it will help brighten up their day. So that's why I do what I do, just for the hell of it, because we all know what it feels like not to have someone do something that we wish or we hope, you know, that somebody will do, back. So it's nice to have a little pat on the back every now and then, even though sometimes you may not always feel it. But when you are able to feel it, do it. So, today episode. All right. All right. Today episode, is titled, "What is your outlet? What is your outlet?" So, uh, so when I had planned out when I was writing this out, I was going to say, "Hey, it's back to school week," but it's like, it's Labor Day weekend, but it is still back to school week. Um, yeah, y'all kids get to know people, get to know friends, get to know your teachers, um, start building those connections, those relationships that's going to help you out through the school year. Players, football players, baseball players, soccer players, basketball players, softball players. Y'all get to know y'all coaches. Y'all get to know y'all coaches. Y'all get to know the team that is going to be having your back for the school year. And teachers, I don't know what I could say. Nah. Y'all keep your head up. It may be a long year, may be a short year, but y'all keep your head up. Take one day at a time. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. All right. So let me ask y'all these questions. What is your outlet? Is it something that you're doing on your own? Do you have a crew? Is it financially driven? If you answer all four of these questions, let me, if you answer, sorry, if you answer all four of these questions, let's talk about the whys, the hows, the whens, the whats, and the whos. All of these personal elements contribute to your mental health, emotional health, physical health, and financial health. And of course, I do have a poem that includes my own outlets. So I, of course, open up the episode with funny stuff, announcement stuff, serious stuff. But let me go ahead and open this episode up with some fun facts about me. What was my first outlet? Basketball was my first outlet. As I had said in the beginning, I need to find a source of physical motivation to get back on a basketball court. So basketball was my first outlet. I don't remember a lot of how basketball became my first outlet, but what I do remember is my goddad was a part-time basketball player out here in the Bay Area. I remember going to the Oakland Coliseum after I found out it was not only the A's, the Oakland A's home. I didn't know that do certain time during the summer that various people across the world or across the Bay Area particularly have like a summer league or like a summer tournament league, and That was something I remember growing up like it was yesterday. And I'm like, I want to know if they still have that. Because, man, that was some good times. So I don't know if my dad ever wanted to go into the pros, but he was a good local, coach. He knew a lot of people within the neighborhood. So I feel like his lessons it would have helped me more. But life have life as a kid. So not all the time we will get the things that we wanted. But some parts of me, you know, did wanted so much more attention and coaching. And like I said, of course, other things happened, and I changed my love for basketball to other outlets. I'm of course very appreciative of the lessons I've learned from basketball. Today, I'm still I still very much have that eternal love for basketball. Whenever I look at the WNBA or the NBA highlights and stories, some part of that young Ray is still there. Plus, I haven't been to a basketball game at all. Like, I've worked outside the Oakland Coliseum during the Oakland Raiders season and during the Oakland Warriors season. But if you ever want to give me some sports event tickets, please, please make it to be the Golden State Valkyries, the Golden State Warriors, and the 49ers. In that order. In that order. In that order. Please. No, for real, I haven't been to a basketball game and I would love to go. I know them tickets is not cheap. I know the food is not cheap. I know the merchandise is not cheap. But I would just love to go to experience it. I've been to an San Francisco Giants baseball game. That was incredible. That was incredible. I was like proud to lose my voice. Like I was proud to lose my voice. And of course, if you haven't yet already noticed, I am a sports fan. So yes, I love me some sports, some basketball, baseball, football. Um, I love me some sports. I'm still gaining some appreciation to other sports. Soccer. Hey, I'm rooting for y'all. Like I want y'all to, be as dominant as boxers, as track stars. The whole sports world in general. I want everybody to strive for whatever their version of greatness is. To me, without the sports, you're already great. You're already a goat in my eyes, but it's understandable. So my outlets now, of course, are poetry, podcasting, and gaming. So in this episode, I'll be discussing my reasons and love for all three outlets. So first one, gaming. Oh man, gaming. How did gaming come into my life? Oh, what had happened was, now I was very young, spending time with cousins while their mom was babysitting me and my siblings. I remember the old joystick. It was black with a red button. It had the red thumb button, and then it also had the thumb button on the right side corner. Yeah, I'm that old. Yeah, I'm that old. So I remember the first joystick. I remember playing Donkey Kong, tennis games, and Super Mario games. Yeah, I'm old. And then I got introduced to the Nintendo, Sega, and later on down the line, PlayStation. I did. So I have an Xbox console, and have gained more love for Xbox over the years um after me and my family didn't have a PlayStation no more. Then we went to Nintendo 64, I believe. Or I believe it was the Nintendo 64, then it was the PlayStation. And then I believe it was the Xbox. And it was the first Xbox. You know, the big black green one. I think it was that one. And then of course finding out other PlayStations, Xbox, there's I have a very crazy history of gaming. Some I'm okay talking about, some I'm not okay talking about right now. Because it's not important. But it the reason why uh I love gaming is because gaming is both a positive and a negative memory. Of course, I can recall from childhood. It is a form of coping distraction to keep me from reflecting on bad memories and reliving emotional trauma. Financially, I'd rather spend $10 to $60 on a game or $10 to $70 on a game. I'm definitely going to be getting the new NBA 2K26 though, so I know that's about $70. So yes, I am planning on to get it. It's going to be a late Christmas gift or an early Christmas gift. Shoot, I'm waiting on to them go on some deals, then I'll get it. So spiritually gaming is the companion that replaces lonely nights and anxiety of wanting time to move faster. That's just the honest truth. So as of right now, I know why I'm gaming. I know how to keep my hands occupied and keep my mind clear from nonsense. When you're starting over, taking things in life seriously or fighting yourself, some parts of you feel like you got to fight. Whatever your battle is, only you can overcome it. Only you have control. Only you can make the right decisions. Only you know the consequences of your actions. Life is not a game. Only you can keep yourself from thinking that it is. So, when I'm emotionally going through stuff, mentally going through stuff, and I'm trying to just figure that out, sometimes I don't want to sit in the dark and think about it or listen to some music to help me sleep. I just want to play the game and just distract myself from it. Try to push my mind from thinking about it and focusing on other things. Sometimes it doesn't help. It does at some points. But sometimes it doesn't help. So it's nice to have a little bit of a distraction. You just gotta not let the distraction control you. So podcasting. So of course I don't want to repeat myself on why, how, and who has motivated me into podcasting. If you have listened to my earlier episodes, then of course you would know about the decision making I have gone through to get my podcast to be what it is today. Okay, we're gonna celebrate Grief Awareness Day real quick. My podcast was only supposed to be about poetry, and something within me said, do more, say more. There's more there. Nah, Ray, you feel something deeper. You feel something, and I did. And so, yeah, there are some things I didn't mention about how my podcast has helped me with my mental health as of lately. There is a wave of personal confidence that had occurred during my first episode. Energy felt like a drug, a new thrill. It felt like that song from one of my favorite blues artists. The thrill is gone. Even at times, I thought to myself to give up on the podcast because of the lack of moral support I wasn't receiving. But the healing process made me feel like it was okay to step away, to take some time off. So I had and still do have the intention to take a breather from the episodes and work on the interviews. So when I said that to myself, a new sense of purpose has come over me. And on the last Anita Mike podcast episode, Summer Lessons, I had announced that I had maybe a few more podcast episodes written down, titles written down. And so it turns out I have about 5 or 6 with 1.5 potential podcast interviews on the way. So, once I thought the coach was going to bench me, she said, "Nah, look again. Nah, go network again. Nah, go promote some more. Get your content. Get your content up." So I'm gonna be working on some more episode titles and episodes and podcast interviews. After this episode, I'm gonna be reaching out to a vendor, I believe, who's out here in the Bay Area, not Bay Area, who's out here in Vallejo or Fairfield somewhere, and they came up to me and was interested about doing an interview. So that's going to be interesting. So I will be reaching out to the vendor pretty soon and get another podcast interview all situated and lined up before the holiday season. Or I actually want to get 2 podcast interviews before the holiday season. If I get the second one I want to do in the midst of doing the holiday season, cool. But I want to really get it before. So I will definitely be working on that this month for sure. So let's get to this poem. Yes, right. Get to this poem. So this poem is new. And it's called Outlet. That's it says outlet. The same. Yeah. So I write to ignite what the heart can confess. Lines in the dark where the mind finds it rest. Each word is a spark, a pulse, a flame, a map of my thoughts I can never tame. I speak on the air. Let my voice take flight. Threads of my mind rivet into the night. Stories and laughter, questions and pause. A podcast that hums with the beat of my cause. I game for the rush, for the worlds I can't stir, for battles that burn and wins we all share. Each level a challenge, each quest a release, a rhythm, a chaos, a pocket, a peace. 3 paths, 1 soul, all tango and sprung. My pen, my voice, my joystick, my sun. Each outlet a river, each river a vine flowing through me again and again. Through words, through waves, through the flicker of screens. I channel the sparks of my endless dreams. And when the night falls and the worlds collide, I find myself alive on the other side. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be posting Outlet on my page either today or tomorrow. But I will be posting it. I do I did posted a new poem up on my platform. It's on YouTube. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. Choreography of choreograph of time. So um that's a new one. But the latest poem I did post it up. That is to celebrate Grief Awareness Day. Outlet. Like I said, outlet is to relate to the episode. So I'll probably will post outlet up tomorrow. So last but not least, almost done with this podcast episode. Last but not least, poetry. So me and poetry, we've been hella good. What I meant by that is I've been writing my ass off. At times when I'm not playing the game or working on podcast episode titles, I am writing my emotions out, writing my frustration out, writing my humor out, writing my spiritual well being, mental well being. I'm allowing myself to lose myself in my craft, in my art, in my blessings, in my words. I'm not staying clear of any topic that may come off as taboo. I am not censored. I am not limited. And I am not silent. I am not afraid when I write. I let my emotions go without any tears in sight. I'm floating to my own beat. Yeah, that's right. These writing prompts are helping me with me. And damn, this is such a wonderful feeling. It's the control over my vocal identity whenever I say a new piece that doesn't sound like the old me. Nah, this is the evolutionary forming out of my mouth like I'm the beast who haunts your poetic wildest dreams. I had to go in a little bit for poetry. But let me get back to the podcast episode, please. I did forget. I ain't on the stage. But I still have a mic in front of me, though. I still got a mic in front of me, though. So I haven't counted how many poems I have as of today, but guarantee I have over 100 poems right now. I do. I believe I said on this podcast that I will be working on my emotional health. Can I say I'm feeling better? No. But I can say I'm doing better. I'm handling it better. I'm focused on what is better. And now I'm stepping into what is best for me. Air. It feels good. So, before we finish off today's episode, get a closeout quote, Ray. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't overthink a lot. Don't be influenced by the opinions of others. Follow your intuition. Chase your dreams. Trust your potential. Let your heart lead. It's okay to stumble a bit. Each step makes a difference. Let me say again for somebody in the back, somebody in the far back. Yes, you. Hold on, turn this up real quick. One good time for the good times. And you turn it one more notch. Yeah. Thank you for turning this up one good notch. Yes. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't overthink a lot. Don't be influenced by the opinions of others. Follow your intuition. Chase your dreams. Trust your potential. Let your heart lead. It's okay to stumble a bit. Each step makes a difference. So now you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and if y'all have any kids, kiss them babies every day.